Pricing for maximum profit in your business requires discrimination. Now, it's a word that we don't like too much. It brings up images of prejudice and unfair treatment of people. And there are some pretty significant legal protections against discrimination, especially in the area of HR. However, discrimination in pricing your products or your services is not only legal, it's also both ethical and profitable. So let's dive in. Price discrimination is a pricing strategy that charges customers different prices for what are largely identical goods or services. And this means that the price is not set in relation to cost, but by what the customer is prepared and able to pay. And there are two principal reasons for this strategy. The first is to maximise market penetration, and the second is to increase margins through soaking up consumer surplus, which is the difference between the price charged and what the consumer is willing to pay. You may not have given this too much thought before, but you come across price discrimination in your travels every day. And there's three levels of price discrimination, so let's go and have a look at each one. So we've got first degree price discrimination, also known as perfect price discrimination. A first degree involves charging the customer the maximum price that they're willing to pay for your goods or services. A travel company Flight Centre was recently under attack in the media for using this very strategy. And it's where sales personnel would increase standard pricing of travel deals by ad hoc amounts based only on their perception of what a customer was prepared to pay. Car dealers sometimes exercise first degree discrimination based purely on how the purchaser is dressed. Now, theoretically, the perfect price is just before the customer says no, but in practice, a customer's maximum willingness to pay is actually difficult to determine. But without this first degree discrimination, you could actually be leaving money on the table. Second degree price discrimination involves charging customers a different price based on the quantity or the quality of what they purchase, and usually by choosing from a set of alternatives. So buy two, get one free offers, volume discounts, product bundling, these are all common methods of second degree price discrimination. Hop into a taxi and the flag full charge ticks over, that's price discrimination based on volume. Book an Uber, you have a choice between Uber X and Uber Black, that's second degree discrimination. Book a flight with Qantas, you can go economy, flex, premium or business, discrimination once again. By the time you add on a hire car, a hotel room and some travel insurance, you've been a real victim of second degree price discrimination. And then finally, we've got third degree price discrimination, also known as group price discrimination. This involves charging different prices to different market segments or customer groups based on demand and price sensitivity. And the objective here is to maximise volume and profit within every customer or market segment. So why do you think there is special pricing for pensioners and students for tickets on public transport? It's not because some bleeding hearts in the public service feel sorry for old people or young people. It's because these groups of customers are more price sensitive and therefore wouldn't use public transport very much if charged the full price. So using concessional pricing means that take-up within the student and pensioner markets is maximised and the overall profitability is actually higher. So here's the challenge for you in your business. What is your pricing strategy? Have you given it any thought? Can you use price discrimination to capture segments of the market that you aren't getting now? Can you use it to increase penetration of existing markets? Maybe you're missing out on sales because you haven't got a solid pricing strategy. Maybe you're leaving money on the table because the consumer surplus is too high. That's the gap between the price and the value for the customer. Perhaps you just haven't given it enough thought. So take some time this week to examine your pricing strategy. It just may be that discrimination is the answer.